Hello, my name is Taylor Ferris, and this is my poem, Brown-Blooded. Breaking not-so-new news. A young Mexican boy was shot and killed by an older white male. But don't you worry your pretty little heads about it, because the shooter was not racist. It was nothing but a freak accident. He was simply at the wrong place, at the wrong time. The victim, you ask? Well, he was most likely named Pedro, or Fernando, or Carlos. We have learned that he was a high school dropout and probably up to no good anyways. 17 years old, life ended. 17 years old, life had barely begun. 17 years old, shot in the head. I wonder if he bled red or caramel brown like the color of his skin. I wonder if he bled the same damn blood that we all bleed. I wonder if his heart stopped. I wonder if his mother cried. I wonder if he was just like you. Rewind to 16, when his teachers gave up on him. When he gave up on himself because he knew he would never attend college as an American citizen. Because he knew that though he lived here all of his life, he was not an American citizen. 16, when he turned to petty crime like marijuana and pickpocketing. What a hardened criminal delinquent. Or go back to 13 when he was labeled a problem child, because 13 years is long enough to be a problem, or at least an inconvenience. 13 is long enough to realize that our system is not flawless. 13 years is long enough to notice the difference in the way he talks. He don't speak proper English yet. Do you think his parents speak English at home? No, so how the hell is he supposed to get any better? But no, he's a problem. Poor kid's not smart enough to stay ahead. Poor kid had a late start learning the language you speak to him every day. Poor kid didn't fully understand instruction till about 3rd grade. Poor kid still expected to translate every criticism you give him to his own parents. So you round him up with the other kids branded idiots. A group made prisoners to our society for the rest of their God-given lives. 11 was his first suspension. Non-compliance. He lost instructional days direly needed because he didn't do what Miss Teacher said fast enough. But that's okay. She knew his type. She knew who he hung out with. He was probably up to no good anyways. 10 was the first time he got called a beaner. 10, he started to realize that his skin was different than everybody else's. 10, his friends asked him if he was legal. He couldn't answer. He knew the truth, but he could not answer. So at 10, he started hanging out with the kids like him, but they were the bad kids. Or everybody seemed to think so. 8, he finally started understanding everything his teacher told him. But it was too late. He was already far too far behind to ever catch up. He dove into a curriculum with little prior knowledge, not understanding the information given to him before. Still reading at a 1st grade level, he tried so hard. But not a person would help him. What about his parents, you ask? Ellos no hablan inglés. At 6, he started school in the country of freedom. He didn't speak English. He was just learning how to speak Spanish. 6, his teachers weren't allowed to translate for him. 6, his teachers spoke American. At 6, he was set up for failure, his Latin roots strangling him, due to the society that we created, so the true Americans would end up on top. So you see, it doesn't matter if the shooter wasn't racist. And this has happened far too often to be a freak accident. What matters is a boy is dead. What matters is nothing is done. What matters is that those at the bottom stay at the bottom, that our at-risk youth never get the chance to surpass their classification. That the poor are still blamed for their social standing, that the disadvantaged are kicked down further, and that this is not a unique story, but another example destined to fall to deaf ears. 5. His mama and papa risked everything to cross the border so that their one and only son could live a long, happy life.